Guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited because today I'm going to be reviewing a couple of fake tan products for you guys, which you know I love because I'm incredibly fair, so I love getting a little bit of like a golden bronze moment happening. I've made quite a few videos in the past reviewing different products that you guys have loved, and I really enjoy making them because I think it's really helpful, especially for people like myself who are super fair skinned, to be able to see what these products look like on a similar skin tone. So recently TROPEZ sent me over these two products. We have here the Luxe Whipped Cream Mousse, which I believe just comes in this one shade. This is the TROPEZ X Ashley Graham collection, and as I was looking at it I couldn't see an exact shade name on it, so I believe it's just like a medium bronze shade. The second product we're going to be using today, we have the TROPEZ Self Tan Luxe Tan Tonic Drops, which you see here, and like the other one, I believe these just come in one shade. Since I am so fair, just about any fake tan will do a little something for me because I'm starting at ground zero here, but I'm always hoping that any fake tan I use will give me a really nice, even, medium tone tan that is dark enough that I don't have to reapply within the next like 7 to 10 days, but that isn't too dark that it looks like wildly unnatural on me. So generally I enjoy a medium, semi-natural fake tan. I usually go for either medium or deep in other brands, so I'm hoping that this will give me that kind of tan today. Just some quick info about the two TROPEZ products we're using. This Luxe Whipped Cream Mousse is $48 on Sephora's website, so it is a little bit more of like a higher end fake tan because a lot of them will run you between, I would say, $20 to $50 depending on the product, so this one is a little higher in price range. For the Tan Tonic Glow Drops, these retail at $48 on Sephora's website. So again, a little bit more of an expensive product. I expect them to perform really well because of the price point. Quickly going over some of the instructions before we get started. So on the website, it says that you want to exfoliate and moisturize dry areas in advance, which I did. My hair is still a little wet right now because I was in the shower earlier, doing my best to melt off my previous fake tan. You're supposed to shake it really well before use. And you of course want to use a mitt to glide it on the skin evenly. I have one that I got on Amazon. I believe it did come with a mitt, but I'm going to use the one that I usually use just because it's what I'm used to. It says you can leave it on for as little as 1 hour, but I'm going to definitely try to leave it on for like 8-ish hours if I can, and I'll probably just shower it off before I go to bed tonight. And then of course, fake tan continues to develop once you have washed it off. So what I'm gonna do is record this half of the video today and then the reveal tomorrow morning, which won't make a difference to you because it's gonna be edited together, but I wanna be able to show off the fake tan and give you guys the most thorough review of what the color actually looks like once it's developed. It will continue to develop overnight and get a little bit darker. So tomorrow morning, we'll be able to truly tell what the shade looks like once it has really sunk in and done its job. Okay, so with that said, I'm gonna start applying this fake tan. I'll show you guys, what my skin looks like now, what it looks like as I'm applying it. Like I said, I'm looking for a medium tan. I'm looking for it to apply nicely, and I'm also looking for one that doesn't smell too much like fake tan or feels sticky as I wear it throughout the day. So that's my criteria. That's what we're hoping for. And with that said, I'm gonna just start applying it. Okay, so it's a little bit hard to show you my entire body in this exact daylight because when I back away, it does shift a little bit, although honestly, I look even paler. So maybe it is a good example. I don't know. I am in a bodysuit to apply this. I never know what to wear to apply fake tan, because like I can't just be naked on the internet, but I'm gonna do my best to apply it while I'm moderately clothed. So this is what my legs look like right now. Very pale. Okay, so I'm just shaking this up before I start applying. I'm gonna start with my legs and then work my way up. So this comes out like in one solid stream, and here's what the color looks like. TROPEZ, in my experience, always has a little bit of an olivey undertone. So now that I have this here, I'm gonna just start applying to my legs. So as you can see, it seems like you really don't need that much. I think I'm using actually way too much right now, especially on the lower half of my leg. It spreads really easily. So here's what it's looking like initially. I wouldn't say it's a gigantic difference. I've noticed so far that this dries down very quickly when you're applying it, so I'm trying to work as quick as I can. And also, the scent is interesting. It's kind of like a fruity, almost like I want to say pineapple-y. I don't know if that's the right scent, but it doesn't smell bad. It smells quite different from other fake tans I've used. They usually smell like coconut or something along those lines. This one smells all right, I'm not gonna lie. I have smelled worse fake tan for sure, so I'm not mad at the scent. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to my upper body now and show you guys what that's looking like. I went ahead and applied fake tan to my back, so there's a little bit on my shoulders right now, but you'll get to see the full effect when I apply it to my arms in just a second. That is a lot now that I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna just go for it, see what happens. It might be way too much. I might have to spread some to the other arm. Ooh, that was a lot. Yep, it was a lot. It was very much fake tan. Very much fake tan. Lots of fake tan. Oh my god. I did a really bad job of getting my back, I think, but that's okay. I will back up in just a second so that you guys can see the contrast of how my two arms are looking. This one is very much covered in fake tan. This one is very much not covered in fake tan. But I think in this sunlight here, you can see a little better. Yeah, that's what it looks like on initial application. I'm gonna go ahead and do my other arm. I don't think it was the worst idea to apply that much, but it was a lot of product. I'm not gonna lie, like this stuff spreads really far, really far. Really hoping I get like a kind of darker tan with this. I've used some Tropez products in the past. I was always really pale still afterwards. So I'm hoping that because this one is a little bit more of a medium tone, that we will be glowing by the end of this video. Okay, I have my headband on now. I'm going to use the Luxe Tan Tonic drops on my face. Now let me tell you a little story before I apply these so that you don't make the same mistake that I did. When I got these in the mail, I got a little excited and I went ahead and used them the way that I would usually use fake tan on my face. Now what I usually do with fake tan on my face is basically apply it like bronzer or contour. I'll just apply it like here, here, maybe a little here to blend in with the neck. I did that with those drops and they're not really meant to be applied strategically. So because I used them wrong, I had like weird lines on my face from fake tan because like it's meant to be evenly applied. So that's what I'm gonna do today is evenly apply it. It looked decent in the areas where I had incorrectly applied it, but where there was no fake tan, it did not look great. So I'm assuming that it's gonna look perfectly fine once I apply it all over my face, but just so you guys are aware, if you decide to use this product, purchase this product, I would just apply it all over. Don't try to use it like bronzer. Now that technique works great with regular fake tan, and if I didn't have those to try out today, I would just do that with this product on my face, have like a little tanning mitt that I'll use and kind of just get the forehead and then the like hollows of the cheeks. But since we have this product to try today, we're gonna use it correctly this time and not look crazy. So it says it's suitable for face and body. Like I said, just gonna use it on the face, and then you're gonna wanna apply it directly to clean, dry skin, check. I do have a little concealer on, but I'm not gonna put it right under my eyes, and then I have some eyebrows on, but that should be fine. Because the more you apply, the deeper your glow will be. Okay, self-tan may stain. I know that's right, okay. So I guess I'm gonna apply it to my hands first, so let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just gonna do that in my hands. And I'm gonna apply it as if it was like moisturizer and just put it all over my face. With this one, you really just have to wait and see how it develops before you can tell how it's gonna look. So it's a bit of a mystery for now, and I'm gonna go wash my hands so that it doesn't stain me. Now I'm going to apply fake tan to my hands using the little method that I've developed over the years. Depending on how much I apply, what fake tan I'm using, sometimes it can look a little crazier than others. Fake tan, in my opinion, because my skin is so fair, always looks a little bit crazy on my hands for the first couple of days. Then it fades off, my hands are just too white. So like you really can't win, but this is how I like to apply it to get the most even application possible, and it works really well pretty much every time. So I'll just use a lotion. This is the Cerave Moisturizing Cream. This is one of the best lotions I've ever bought. So I'll just take a little bit of that and put it all over my hands. That way my hands are nice and damp with lotion, and then all of my knuckles are also like very much moisturized, so there's not any like dry skin that the fake tan can settle into too badly. Then I will take, oh my god, that was way too much fake tan. I just sprayed that in my hand because I just don't know how to like regulate this stuff yet. Okay, so I'm gonna take this much, which is much less, and basically apply it like moisturizer. Kind of just mix it in with the lotion. And I find that that applies really nicely. I'm gonna get a little bit more, apply it to the top of the hands. But yeah, I just make sure that I get in between my fingers really well as I am applying it, and you can kind of blend it in with the wrists as well. Here we have my hands. And because you just swirled fake tan around in your hands, you can take like a wet washcloth and wipe off palms, which always helps. And then the most important part is take your hand like this, okay? And then I'll just gently wipe off each knuckle, because as we know, water removes fake tan. And you won't be able to tell that you wiped off the knuckles, except for the fact that you won't have like crazy orange fake tan knuckles like can often happen when you put fake tan on your hands. Alrighty, I'm gonna back up really quick so that you can see what it's looking like. I've had it on for probably 20 minutes at this point. It looks the same as it did a few minutes ago. Not a surprise. I have a feeling it's gonna look like this until I wash it off, and then it usually looks a little bit fairer until it develops overnight. So what I'm going to do is go about my life, go about my Saturday as I wear the Cerave Luxe Whipped Cream Mousse Fake Tan. I'm gonna let it soak in as long as I possibly can. Hopefully that's about 8 hours, but I will let you guys know how long it ends up being. Right now it is about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so hopefully I won't be washing it off until about 9 or 10 this evening. And then of course we'll go over my final thoughts, if I think it's worth the price point, you know, how I feel about the way it's looking and all that good stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna go about the rest of my day for now, start editing this video, and I will catch back up with you guys tomorrow once we've let all this fake tan soak in and do its job. Alrighty, so it is now Sunday morning. I ended up having the fake tan on from about 1 p.m. yesterday when I was applying it on film to about, I want to say like 10:45, 11 p.m. last night. Give or take, that's about 9 or 10 hours, so it really got a good chance to soak in. But that said, I'm gonna back up and adjust my camera so that I can show you guys how it looks on my body, on my upper half, and then on my legs as well. Unfortunately, my lighting today is a little bit different than it was yesterday. It's difficult when you're dealing with natural light to get it exactly the same, so if you notice any differences, it's just because I'm filming with my iPhone camera and it doesn't always do a great job of consistently picking up lighting the same way. However, I feel like this is a pretty good example of how it does look in real life. As you can see, I am nice and bronzed. My back hopefully looks halfway decent. I can't really tell since I'm not looking at it straight on. The tan overall just looks very nice and even on my arms. I really like the color that it came out to. I was afraid it would be a little bit light because when I washed it off, it wasn't quite as dark as I had hoped that it would be, but I feel like it did develop overnight. I'll just move in a little bit closer. I'm gonna show you just my hands really quick. So I wanna say that this gave me a pretty good tan on my hands. It's not too orangey. I actually feel like it looks a little bit more orangey in camera than it does in real life, just the way that my phone is picking up the lighting right now. I'll back up really quickly so that you can see my legs and stomach and how the tan turned out on those areas. So I'll move in just a little closer. You can see this tan is just a nice medium tone, nice and natural, not too dark. It pretty much is the color that I usually like to get from my fake tans. Just the fact that I look golden is exactly what I was going for. So I'm honestly really pleased with the color that I got. I put on this white tank top so you could really see the difference in my skin tone and the color white, which I feel like is just a good tell of what this tan looks like in real life. It's just honestly a really nice color, turned out super evenly. I don't smell too bad like fake tan. You guys know how that is. It's like a lot of times right after you tan for like a day or two, you might smell kind of like the product. I wanna say that the scent is like pretty neutral. I can smell it a little bit, but not as strong as some other fake tans that I've used. Moving on to the Luxe Tan Tonic drops that I used. I can't say that they made me look all that tan. Let me just move you up really quickly so that we're in different lighting. I feel like my face is not as tanned as my body. I think that it did add a little bit of a tint, but not as much as I usually will add by just like applying the actual fake tan itself to the face. I think if I had applied more of the tanning drops to my face, I would have gotten a better result. I guess we've reached the time where I can wrap everything up. I am honestly really impressed by this tan. I think it stands up to my favorite fake tan that I typically use. I don't want to say better because I haven't worn it all week yet. It really depends on how it's going to wear and how quickly it wears off and that sort of thing. But I really like the color that it gave me. I think it's really nice and natural. Definitely not too dark. A great color for people who have fair complexions. I think if you are in the market for a more high-end fake tan, this is a really good one to try out. It gave me exactly the result that I was hoping for. It worked super well. It doesn't smell bad. It dried down nicely and it didn't streak. Moving on to the Luxe Tan Tonic drops. I think that these could be worked into a routine to keep up your face tan throughout the week. So I think it'll be nice to use to keep my face a little bit bronzed throughout the week. So I'm gonna incorporate that into my skincare, I think. Ooh, the sun just went behind a cloud, so my lighting might be weird for a second here. But to wrap everything up, I think that these two products are definitely worth it if you wanna try them out. This one in particular, just because I really enjoyed the tan that I got from this. So with all that said, I think that we're in a good spot to wrap up this video. I hope you guys found this really informative and interesting and helpful in terms of making any purchasing decisions when it comes to these two Cerave products. It is worth mentioning, and I completely forgot to say it yesterday when I started filming, but Cerave did send me over these products to review. However, I have no talking points. They haven't sent me over like a content brief or anything like that. So this is all 100% my feelings and thoughts on the product. Of course, I'm really grateful they sent it over for me to try. And honestly, I'm just really pleased with the product. I'm kind of a fake tan snob. I do not like using fake tan that isn't good because I use it constantly. So this one really impressed me and I'm really excited to be able to add this into my fake tanning routine. Please leave me any comments, questions that you have about the products below and I'll be sure to get back to you. If you want to keep up with me on a more regular basis, please follow me on Instagram. It is at mua.lydia, which you will have linked below. Feel free to subscribe to me on here, like this video, all that good stuff. It always helps me out. Thank you again for watching this video and I will catch you guys in the next one.